40 years since the Dr. Demento Show started on KPPC in Pasadena. 40 years ago this month. And after that, I was on KMET and KLSX and KSCA and a whole bunch of other radio stations all over the country. But now, w00tstock is my home. You can hear me anywhere in the whole wide world. We still do a new show every Saturday, still play Paul and Storm and Hart and Phirman and all those real good people. So thank you all for coming out tonight to Woodstock. Before I introduce our first musical guest, I'm going to play one of a small series of big hits from my show. You know, when the Dr. Demento Show started in 1970, it was not advertised as a comedy show. It was really just a show that consisted of old records from my collection, 45s, even some 78s from way, way, way back. And it was just songs that I thought were groovy and fun, that I thought the hipsters who listened to KPPC in those days would enjoy. And there was blues, and there was early rock and roll and rockabilly, and also crazy old stuff from 78s, like this record, which I found at the Salvation Army store in Santa Monica in 1965. I still remember when it was. And it was something that people who came over to my house always enjoyed. And so as soon as I got this show on KPPC, I played this record, and it became the #1 song of my first full year on the air, which was 1971. This is a song from 1947, and the lyrics consist almost entirely of the names of streets in Los Angeles. Chris Hardwick and his orchestra, a big famous band leader at that time, under the pseudonym of Felix Figueroa, because he made it for a different record label. Here it is, Pico and Sepulveda. This is a conga, ladies and gentlemen. Do a conga line. In the 40s about how Los Angeles was paradise on earth. Bing Crosby singing, "I'll make the San Fernando Valley my home." Anyway, that was the big hit of my first year. I'll have more hits from ensuing years as we continue with the program here tonight at Woodstock. But right now, I'm going to introduce my first musical guest, Mike Phirman, who recently released a CD called The Very Last Songs I Will Ever Record, Part 1. Featuring highly original comedy music concepts, including Street Meat, a song which has a colorful cameo appearance by Weird Al Yankovic, no less. Mike Phirman is here. He's going to sing and play for us. Mike Phirman, ladies and gentlemen, give him a good Woodstock.
Unlike most people, my name is Mike. Unlike most people, I have adamantium stuck to my skeleton. I'm going to try to play the piano. Every time. I'm going to play some comedy music for you right now. Comedy music is a kind of a rough phrase for some people, me included, because comedy music sounds like you don't get a lot of respect necessarily for being a comedy musician, unless you're Weird Al or something. But I'll be walking through an airport with my piano, and people say, "Oh, cool, what kind of music you play?" And I'll say, "Oh, it's comedy music." And they go, because most people think now all I can do is put the word chicken, monkey, or duck in a song, and boom, you have a comedy song. So, whatever. I'm here to prove that it's just a hair more than that. So here we go. This is comedy song number 1. I love Largo. Job working as a bank teller. Every day from 9 a.m. to 5. I wore a tie, a jacket, and a smile. Always last to leave and first to arrive. But the bank, it started losing money. There was panic and whispering in the halls. Then they said that I'm to blame for I played this little game as I counted out my customers' withdrawals. Let's see, that's 1 for them and 1 for me, and 1 for them and 1 for me, 1 for them and another 1 for me. 1 goes out and 1 stays in, and 1's a loss and 1's a win, and more for them, that just means more for me. 1 for them and 1 for me, and 1 for them and 1 for me, a good 1 for them, but a better 1 for me. 1 for them and 1 for me, and 1 for them and 1 for me, and 1 for them and 1 more for rule number 1. See, they fired me for that. Well, I'll never step foot in that place again. And you can take that to the bank. Moving on! I spent the summer working as an orderly at a mental institution by the lake. The patients were impatient and disorderly. Their brains had taken more than they could take. I treated them with kindness and compassion. I took them out for walks among the hills. Oh, the job was going great, till one day the nurse was late, and they asked me, could you pass out the pills? And I said, 1 for them and 1 for me, and 1 for them and 1 for me. 1 for them, I don't mind if I do. 1 for them and 1 for me, a red for them, a red for me, a blue for them, a blue for you know who. 1 goes out and 1 stays near, and 1 for there, and 1 for here, and 1 for you, and you, so 2 for me. 3 for me, and 4 for them, and 4 for me, and 5 for them, and 5 for me, and 6 for them, and 6 for me, and 7 for them, and 7 for me, and 8 for them, 8 for me, 9 pills. 9. Look at my hands. I'm going crazy. Yes, fired. Moving on. All the food in my home has been eaten. There's broken toys and diapers everywhere. The halls are full of muddy little footprints, and a full second of silence is rare. Little hands, they root through my belongings. My home's a site of full invasion, see? The place is crawling with babies because a friend suggested maybe you could work at that adoption agency. I keep 1 for them and 1 for me, a he for them, a he for me, a she for them, another she for me. 1 for them and 1 for me, a twin for them, a twin for me, I give 2,000 pounds, I keep it tight. 1 for them and 1 for me, and 1 for them and 1 for me, and 2 for them, because remember I owe them 1. Life is all about balance, kids. If no balance on that, no, put that down. It needs to be an absurd amount of children.